Hello guys, good morning. My name is Prince Wonder, MD Wonder Fund. Now, as usual, we have a midweek live market analysis where we look at the market, see what the market has been doing from Monday, from the weekend, and then we try to see where the market is going to go to from here. All right, so let's jump on our charts without further ado and see what the market is doing and how we should be reacting to that. Okay, so I was looking at ONG. Mm, Not really much to go on here for now since this doesn't look like it has bottomed out. So I'm going to start my analysis with BTC because as you all know, where BTC goes, the rest of the market follows. Yeah. So I'm going to be starting my analysis with Bitcoin and then we'll see what we will do. Now, last week on the session, we analyzed Bitcoin and we were 50-50 on what it was going to do. So we broke down our analysis and we tagged these points to give us a trend continuation. And as you can see, it actually broke out of the two of them, but we had a bearish continuation in the end. So we dropped from 2600. Right now we're below 20,000, went as low as 19 to something. Okay, so let's come back up and then see what exactly we're expecting for Bitcoin from here. So we just rejected or reversed from this minor support. The RSI still looks like it's going to come down a bit, which really isn't all that far-fetched. We could still drop as low as this point. Could still drop as low as 18,900. Okay, so we could still drop as low as 18,900, which is actually perfectly normal. From here, we could actually still have a bullish reversal, probably all the way back to 2,300. So now what we're looking out for is how Bitcoin reacts to this level. Should actually also note there could be a reaction here. So if Bitcoin starts to go up, we'll be looking at this point to give us confirmation of a bullish uptrend. But personally, I'm still more of the impression that we're going to drop a little lower. The RSI is consolidating, which really is giving us the impression, or rather, the RSI is consolidating and price is dropping lower. So we're really not in an uptrend yet. We first have to bottom out before we start to move up. Okay, so that's what we want to see, signs that the market has actually bottomed out. On the 4-hour chart, we also have an oversold, sorry, on the RSI, as well as okay, the 1 day is giving us sort of okay, not a divergence, but higher lows on the RSI. So I'm really not expecting below 18,000. So if we should have a bearish continuation or any kind of bearish move, I expect it to go up from 18,900. Okay, so 18,900 is the worst I'm expecting. From there, we'll start taking buys on the market. So if we just set your buys at 18,900, it's just another $500 drop from where the market is. Now, on the forex market, euro has seen a serious beatdown this last year. Euro has seen a serious beatdown this last year. For the first time in 20 years, euro is 1:1 against the US dollar. This is 2023. Yeah, for the first time in almost 20 years, The euro is 1:1 against the US dollar. It's really crazy. Now, as a result of this, you're most definitely going to be seeing a lot of emotional reaction from the markets. Okay. Now, personally, I won't be trading Euro USD much or a lot of Euro pairs much, especially those that are at an all-time low. The reason why being that there's going to be a lot of emotional reactions in this market, a lot of sentiment, a lot of volatility as a result of it has been a very long time since we were here and people really don't know what's going to happen. So there's going to be a lot of emotional reactions and actions in the market, which will tend to mess up with our technical analysis a lot. And like I said, we want unfair advantages. We don't want a situation whereby we run our analysis and then something just comes out of nowhere and then just messes that up for us. Okay, so we want good odds, both sentimentally and technically. And when there are a lot of sentiments in the market, it tends to mess up with our technical analysis. That's one of the key differences between the crypto and forex market sentiments. There are a lot of emotions in the cryptocurrency market, and so that makes it a little more difficult for technical analysis to work. So that's why you see a lot of technical analysts who prefer to trade the forex market than crypto. It's mostly just about the emotions in the market. But looking at this, we already have that oversold, although we'll be hitting oversold on the RSI weekly time frame since November last year. So this really doesn't mean much. And seeing as we've broken below this key support level, I really see a bearish continuation on the horizons for euro. So we could drop as low as this point. So, well, if you really do want to trade, you should just be looking for sell opportunities back here before you start to look for a buy because it's really going to be unlikely if we take a reversal from here. So just look forward to that. Now, personally, I'm going to be leaning more on JPY, GBP, JPY, or GBP pairs. They're in a different ball game and they seem a little more stable and reliable right now. So, okay. The GBP USD is almost in the same situation as Euro USD, hitting a key support level, pretty much almost at an all-time low. So any USD has been gaining and pretty much messing up the market for a while now. So, but as far as all the other pairs go, you could actually still trade them really neatly, really nice, especially JPY. It correlates with the dollar, but doesn't always reflect the same interest in the market. Yeah. So you can see most USD pairs are at an all-time low or all-time high. You can see JPY is pretty much nowhere, but it also correlates with the dollar, right? See Euro JPY also. So let's look for something to trade. Okay. Looks like we're expecting a lower low on price. Okay. So yeah, looking at all of this, we're in a very serious downtrend, and which isn't all that perfect considering what's happening on the US dollar. So we're having serious decreasing momentum, and the market has been dropping likewise. And right now we see signs of a strong sell coming in. Personally, I don't really think the market is going to hold the support, so I'll be looking forward to maybe a lower low on price. So we just expect maybe take a buy from here, take a sell from here. risk to reward ratio really isn't going to add up all that much. So I'd just be looking for maybe a buy from this point. So luckily, maybe by later tonight, tomorrow, we'll have an entry for Euro JPY. So just keep an eye on this zone. And you can take a buy from here once the market hits that, because I doubt we're going to have a bearish continuation from here for now. So this is the 4-hour chart. Let's come down to the 1-hour chart to, okay, so just like I said, you can see that sell coming in on the 1-hour chart. So just look forward to that zone to take a buy for Euro JPY. Okay. Okay. So let me put it out to you guys now. What pairs do you want me to analyze for you? What exactly do you want me to look into for you? So just send your pair to the group, and well, we will do the thing. Okay. Send the pair you want analyzed to the group. SNT ETH. I've not analyzed any ETH pair in a very long time. So as to be able to flow with its market sentiment. We'll see. Although I'd actually really recommend Status Network. It's actually a very good token. So I want to look into it during this bear market and see what, if it's something you could invest in, and you can grab it at some really, really insanely cheaply prices. Mm. Well, the one thing I can say on this pair is there's a lot of volatility, considering the amount of weeks we have on this chart. There's a lot of volatility in this market, which necessarily isn't a problem. Volatility is basically what makes the market move. So if you want to scalp, you really want to look for a pair that's highly volatile and has good volume to trade. Okay. Okay. Now the only problem I have on this chart is how we are reacting to this resistance. How we're reacting to that resistance. And considering what we have on the RSI, we're probably going to be looking forward to a breakout on this. So if you're trading futures, I don't know if there's a futures pair for SNT ETH. But if I want to take a sell on this pair, yep, 1:7, really not bad odds. So if I want to take a sell on this pair, down to that support, so yeah, that's as much as I can say for this. But considering how volatile this market is, this actually could change really fast. So you want to monitor it and see how the development goes, because these highly volatile pairs tend to change trends really quick. Okay. Okay. So the other pair was EGLD USDT. Hmm. Where the problem with crypto sometimes is when these assets move very fast to point or identify some of their relevant support and resistance levels tend to become a problem because there's no consolidation, no gradual move. The market just spiked up. And so it's really difficult to tell where its key levels are. Now, the point of identifying these key levels on the chart is that those are where the market is likely to reverse from. Okay? Where it reversed from before is where it's likely to reverse from now. So you want to take note of those levels, those support and resistance, and see how the market reacts to it so that you can use the trade later on. Okay, so now coming down to the current market, coming down to the current market, well, certainly seeing some sort of buy pressure coming in here, but my problem is BTC. Wow, this one is actually even spiked to that green line I drew. Okay, so the problem here was BTC. If Bitcoin was going to have that lower low, we would most certainly see a lower low, um, or at least a retest of 46.56 for EGLD. Well, with Bitcoin spiking up right now, this is most certainly going to influence other ALTs. So honestly, I can't conclude for now because here's the issue. If we buy here, we don't have very good odds. We don't have very good risk to. Oh, it's actually very good though. So yeah, it's actually not bad. But personally, I would have preferred an entry maybe a little closer to that support, like here. This actually gives a very sweet 1:4. So you could actually buy at the current market price, or you could wait and see if the market drops lower, or you could break your entry into several parts. Maybe buy 50% at the current market price, and then if it drops lower, you buy the rest of them and hope for the best. Yeah. Okay. So is there any other pair we want to look at? Anyone else with a pair that we should look into? GMT USDT. Someone asked a question on this in the group yesterday. I think I sent okay. So yes, I think the market was somewhere here. Yesterday we're here. Although this is actually quite straightforward. We'll have a bullish continuation on this. We'll have a bullish continuation on this. But I expect it, probably expect it to hit that that level. But you should book at least 70% of your profit at that trend line, yeah, just in case the market does not break it. You should book most of your profit before or on that trend line, and then just hold the rest should we break out from here. Okay, so someone just said JPN 223. Personally, I don't trade these pairs, but Let me see what I can do. I'm guessing it's an indices. Okay, so no 223 on okay 225. Alright. Whew. Okay. Well, the one thing I can say about this chart is it's definitely very messy. Mhm. I want to use my usual method of analysis on this. I'm not going to get anywhere at all. All things considered, it looks like we have a bearish symmetric triangle on this. Like we have a bearish symmetric triangle, so maybe we'll be looking forward to a bearish continuation, a breakout of this trend, and we'll be coming down lower. But I'm guessing if you're trading this, you're more likely going to be focusing on the short term. So maybe you might want to take a sell down here or to the trend line, your stop loss a little above that zone. So this looks more like something you would trade to scalp, not necessarily to hold the position for an extended period. So to take maybe a short-term sell to that point, stop loss above there. Still have a decent one ratio, 4 risk to reward. So this is as much as I can give you for this. This chart is really messy. Maybe I'll take a much more in-depth look. This is the first time I'm actually looking into this pair. So I'm really not in tune with how it moves, and there's not much I can do beyond this. Okay, so I think we talked about GBP already. So I'll just go into GBP CHF. Okay, strong sell. Like the market is actually finding it a little difficult to break below that support. Most likely break it though. Most likely break it. Formed consecutive three lower lows on RSI, which really is pointing towards a strong bearish continuation or a really strong decrease in buy pressure, buy momentum. So we'll definitely be looking forward to a lower low on price. We'll go up to the 4-hour chart and see if, yeah, we'll definitely have a strong sell on this one. So just looking at the next couple of supports to see The problem with taking trades as a support is that the market could actually just consolidate and then have an uptrend from there. So we can't take a sell from a support. It literally just goes against everything we do. So you might want to be looking at maybe taking a sell close to a resistance. And if the market is at a support and you can't take a buy, it's best to just leave that particular market or that particular pair. You'll definitely find something else to trade. If there's nothing else to trade, you just leave the market. Not trading is also a trade. Best not to take a trade that has a good chance of making you lose money. Okay. So I think the next one is SRM. So this is the last one I'm going to be taking. XRM. SRM. Well, this is looking more like a sell already. More like a sell already. Okay, now here's one thing. Managing to break above that resistance. So really wouldn't be taking a sell from here. Like I said, it all depends on BTC. But judging from what I'm seeing here and on the RSI, we'd mostly be seeing a bullish continuation from the market. Even if we don't go that high, we'll almost certainly hit this level. So we just look towards either one of those zones. But just like I said, not too long ago, we really can't take a buy from a resistance, even if it has broken out. Yeah, the risk reward on this trade really isn't worth it. Although if you're using my kind of RR though or my stop loss method, the risk to reward on this trade really isn't worth it. The first TP is 1:0.33, which is actually not even conceivable. The second TP, which seems unlikely, is giving up 1:3.7, which also still isn't very good odds. So maybe we could be waiting for a better entry. If Bitcoin should move and have a downtrend, we could buy within that zone, or this market could go up and then maybe have a pullback retesting this zone as a support. Then we could have a better entry. You see, if we have an entry within this zone, we're getting a decent 1:4 odds. So you really want the market and these odds to be in your favor. You don't want 1:1. You want the odds to be in your favor. You want unfair odds. That's just one thing you need to understand about trading. You want unfair advantages. You want unfair odds. You want you want everything to be in your favor. Yeah, your price action is leaning more on you. Your risk to reward is in your favor. The chances of the market playing out is also very high. So you want everything to be more in your favor before you take a trade. So you're not gambling. You're taking calculated risks. You're taking calculated risks. So try as much as possible for the odds of every little thing to be in your favor, or at least most of them, before you take a trade. Okay. Okay, guys. So thank you for coming out today. It's always an interesting session. So this is basically our outlook for the market for the next couple of days, for the rest of the week. So just follow up, see what the market does, react, act, make some money, and enjoy yourself. Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Okay.